Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Happy Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday night, and in the UK anyway. And wherever you are, a good morning, good afternoon, and maybe good evening as well. And today, yes, we're back to this piece, Sleep Time. It's by Ciro Marchetti. Okay, it's Heaven and Earth pattern. So I started this piece on our epic marathon, New Year marathon. And if you haven't seen our marathon, it's in the archive. Go have a watch. And we stitched for 11 hours, 11 hours. And so I got, a really lovely, wonderful start of this piece. And I've been working since. Whenever I have a moment, I love this piece, absolutely. And so let me show you the markup, okay? So you can have a look yourself. So this piece, boom. Isn't that gorgeous? The color scheme is just to die for. And I love that tree house as well, because this piece, we pay a lot of attention to these beautiful, lovely creatures, forest creatures, and some of them are sleeping soundly. Look at the little cat, little fox, and little faces, and absolutely gorgeous. And also, upper right there, there's a sleepy squirrel as well, and maybe just dozing away, okay? And, it's about, it's a good time to sleep. And, but that treehouse, I really, really love. And originally, I was even thinking about starting from the roof of the treehouse as well. And that beautiful the red is so attractive to me, and the red mushrooms as well. So this piece is a supersize. Okay, this is my first supersize, and also max color as well. And so it's a large project, no doubt. And I can show you the numbers. Okay, so this is fairly large. If you're not familiar with Heaven and Earth, I'll show you the stitch count as well. It's absolutely massive. It's so big, my app cannot show the entire piece at one go. Just about. Okay, and here's the numbers. So in terms of progress, currently I'm on 0.4. And not too bad considering how large this piece is. And the number of stitches involved is over 700,000, okay, 700,000. I think the average full size is about maybe 440,000-ish. So quite a few more. And also this is max color as well. So 239, just one color short of the max 240. And I'm going to start a new sprint here, and this is a counter, if you don't know already, and this is going to capture every single stitch I'm going to do today with you. And at the end of every stream, I'll share a number with you, okay? And it really depends, depending on the stitching method and also the piece as well, and how confetti it is. So the stitch number varies every day, and I'm always looking forward to find out with you. So I want to say hello to you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. And yesterday, we started a new Sound Day. So every Wednesday going forward, we're going to come together and celebrate dimensions, patterns, okay? And, whenever you're ready, you can join me if you haven't started, if you haven't got a kit already, and go have a look. They've got big and small, different, variations of projects there. And I think it's a great company, and I love them to be around in 30 years' time. So every Wednesday we're doing Dimensions Sound Day. Okay, so hello everyone, and we've got Rajal here first to report to the chat. Welcome. And Rajal says hello everyone, and happy Stitching Thursday. Happy every day to you, Rajal. Rajal recently just had a birthday as well. and the same day as the birthday of India. So I hope you had a great time. And Sarah as well, the quote of today. Here we go. Sarah says, focus on each task with your full attention, free from distraction. Yes, sometimes it's easier to say than done, isn't it, Sarah? But I think as a yoga teacher, I'm going to sound like a yoga teacher, if you don't know how to focus, just notice your breath. Like right now, if you just notice the air passing through the nostril, that's where your focus is. That's the center of your full being. So it's very simple, okay? Give it a go. And Clara as well. Hello, Stitchy friends, says Clara, welcome. And Kristen is here nice and early as well. And maybe reporting from work club, right? Kristen is working normally at this hour of the day. And also Captain Squirrel as well from Australia. Hello, hello. Good morning to you. And Busy Mum reporting from work club. Yes, we keep you company, Busy Mum, until home time and Stitchy time, right? And Rachel as well. And welcome. And Lizzie is also here. And our lovely Joyce is also here saying hello. And Wendy as well. And our lovely Susan is also back here. And Chelsea Summer as well. Who else have we got? Laura. Laura, hello, hello. And Ring as well. And Ring is working as well. Yes, sending my love to the work club members. And Suzanne, hello, hello, good evening. And Samantha, hello, welcome to the chat. And we also have Solar Winds coming back with us. And Marisola as well. And Maddie is here in the chat. And Rose as well. Rose is probably reporting from work club as well. Oh my goodness, Rose. Finally, yes, Rose is reporting. I have a grandbaby announcement. My grandson has finally arrived, 8 pounds 19 inches. Name, Thiago. Thiago? Have I said it correctly? Yes, round of applause. We love starting the stream with celebration. You know, we have birthdays, births of babies, etc. And anniversaries. Yes, congratulations, Rose. That's wonderful. 19 inches. Is that quite a large baby? I have no clue. 8 pounds, wonderful. And really, really happy for you, Rose. And thank you for sharing with the chat as well. Amazing. And we have Maddie, yes. Who else have we got? And everybody's congratulating. And Rose as well. Wonderful. And who else have we got? Chrissy is also here. And Jackie has joined us as well. And Kelly, Quotes Plus as well. And who else have we got here? Love Drunk. Hello, hello. And Lean has also joined us as well. And Maddie, yes, Maddie Needles. And welcome everyone. How wonderful to have such an exciting start with a brand new life coming to the world. And hopefully Thiago is going to be a stitcher as well, a gentleman stitcher. I think it's a grandson, isn't it? Yes. And, get him start early, right? and Rose, are you going to stitch a piece for a baby? So maybe when he's 18, he's going to receive his first finished piece. No rush. Yes, so sleep time, okay? And I absolutely adore this piece. I started from upper right, which is the first piece. I started from the upper right corner. And for good reasons, because I'm not that far away from the sleepy squirrel that you saw there on the tree there. Okay, so that's my motivation. And also starting point has a lot of beautiful greens and browns as well, and the midnight blue for the background for the night sky there. So it's a beautiful, wonderful location to start with this piece. And let me just bring on my work mode here. So I'm stitching on 25 count and 1/1 with DMC floss. And the stitching method, I decided, because I allow the piece to kind of speak, talk to me and tell me what to do. So I follow the guidance of this piece. And I started I've been working on this piece with Gemma's method, the color flow. So color flow is a kind of a 2.0 version for Gemma, and I love Gemma's original method. And I gave color flow a try with the other piece as well, the vintage toy. I really love it. So I decided to stitch this method, color flow, with this piece as well. And I think it's going quite nicely. You can see there's a little bit of a night sky starting to appear, and a tree trunk here. And the squirrel, I think, is around here somewhere there. So this is the direction I'm working towards. I'm really excited. Okay then, so let me pick the first color and start working on this piece. So the last few days, the past week, we spent a lot of time, well, I personally spent 3 days on the rabbit piece, and also to keep our US stitchers who are going through extreme weathers conditions, you know, to keep them company. And so I've been spending more time on that piece. So I have not worked that much on this piece. And so I'm really looking forward to it. And to be honest, for Max Colors, this piece has not been very confetti so far. I may be speaking too soon. I've only done the little corner, but I think it's probably due to the fact that it's a max color. So not max color, it's a supersize. So it's kind of spread out a little bit. So it's quite nice. It's quite nice. So I'm gonna just pick a color and get going. Okay. I think I might start around here. This patch of blue here. So let me pick a color and go. And if you have no idea what color flow is, you will see, okay? It makes a lot of sense. And to be honest, the rules are very simple, really simple. So 820 is the first color of my choice. 820. And let's see how we're doing. Spooky bingo today. And guys, let me know what you're working on, okay? And we'd love to know what project you're working with Yogi today. Here we go. Oh, Jackie says Massachusetts may be getting another huge storm this weekend. It's a snowstorm. Oh my goodness. And so, you know, the Peter Rabbit, the bunny piece might have to come back if it goes on like this. Yes, it's a little storm chasing bunny, and you know, it's gonna chase the storms away. So let me start from here. So all it is with color flow is basically, as it says on the label, you follow the colors. But also, you basically stitch along the edges, so you do not float stitches. So you probably notice there's no floating stitches, there's no cross-country style of stitching. I'm just finding stitches along the edges and just start building stitches. It's a really fun way of stitching. I love it. And quite a lot of, you know, rules and principles are not that different from Gemma's original method, but it's a little, you know, it's a little bit more free, I think. You have more freedom to move around. And the tension of this fabric is perfect today. So it's really lovely to stitch. Hey, Janelle is here as well. Hello. Yes. And I say hello to Lean, haven't I? Hello, Lean. Here we go. Just catch up on just look at the chat here. Let's have a look. So this is a beautiful blue, full of nice sky. Where am I? Already, I'm getting lost. 1, 2, 3. Yes. And also, for the areas that's got has a lot of snow buildup, right? It's probably going to take a while before it's all melted, and that process can be quite tricky as well because everything is turning to ice. So make sure you're very careful if you're walking around. You have to travel. Let me mark these stitches. So there are quite a few along the edges here. And this way of stitching is like constantly trying to solve a puzzle. And you're finding solutions to kind of move forward and do as many stitches as you can with each color. Let me just come back here. Let me see if I want to keep going. So it's a very nuanced way of stitching. I can keep going to the left, but instead of doing that, I'm gonna go up instead. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So Maddie's stitching on Fierce Beauty. Minnie. Clara's working on Le Sun 2026 Hey Sao. I know, I think Cedric is working on that one as well. And Clara is as well. It's a beautiful piece, but probably very confetti, isn't it? Ring says still not getting the snow in Michigan, but it's cold here and haven't gone over 10 degrees in two weeks. Would you prefer snow, Ring? Ring's like going, whoa, when's our turn? Getting our snow. Minus 15 Celsius. My goodness. Jackie says we're looking at 10 to 15 inches. My goodness. Yes, it's going to take a while to melt. And Sarah says Monarch, and already 850 stitches today. Sarah, the day is still young over where you are, and you're already close to 1,000. Slow down, Sarah. But Sarah is alien. I can't stop her. And Sarah, when is your marathon starting? Is it going to be in the beginning of February or sometime in February? So Sarah's going to do a 48-hour marathon, and she's going to announce when is going to be an aliens in a group, and you're welcome to join. Suzanne says, I'm working on traveling library. I was watching video last week about someone doing similar method. She does it from the right side, and she says that keeps the park threads out of the way. From the right side, do you mean like you know, vertical, like up, down, and then moving to the left. I think Gemma is also working diagonally, roughly, from the upper left to the bottom right. And that's kind of a direction I'm going as well. So, but not very strictly. And I think, yes, it's important to not to run into a situation that you're going to kind of have all the part threads getting in the way. So it's part of the, you know, management as you move forward. Okay, so I am going to put this one down here. Here we go, not bad. As a starting color, I've stitched quite a few stitches. Joyce is working on World of Disney. That's another new piece, isn't it? I saw it on our Facebook group. I know, Joyce is just secretly starting new projects all the time. The next color, my choice is A23. A23. It's another beautiful blue. A23. Jackie says I'm stitching on Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. Is it more like a sampler, isn't it? Hey, Sylvia. Sylvia says hello, everyone. Welcome. And Lynn Rose as well says hello, everyone. Was stitching for about 5 hours while watching the Pit project. Watching the Pit. I have no idea what it is, Lynn. You have to tell me. And Lynn is working on Supersized Max Color stitching shelf. So much confetti. Yes, I can imagine that. But that's a very popular epic piece. The stitches. I love this blue. Kelly says, I did a bunch of confetti and ninja stitches on Halloween night yesterday, taking a stitch break today. Yes, after the confetti party, you probably need to have a rest. Or you can stitch something that's very different, you know. I think black work would be great, where you don't have to deal with different colors. Just pick one and just keep going. And so we're going to do more black work parties for the members. Or just do a sampler or something totally different, you know. Or dimensions, you know. Just change your flavors so you don't get stuck. And we're very lucky. We're blessed with so many different styles of stitching. And we can pick and choose. Hey, Nikki. Nikki was the birthday girl yesterday. Hope you had a great time. And Nikki, what's too hard? I probably missed something. Rachel says, I'm working on a Rosebud, the Beagle. And Rajal says, I'm starting on Vintage Baker from Heaven and Earth. Oh, Rajal, wonderful. Yes, it's a Are you starting from the delicious cherry pie? I'm stitching that piece as well. And I'm working on that piece a little bit more recently. Sometimes you just have, you know, your favorites, the ones that you're really drawn to for a period. But 1, 2. Hobby Heaven, hello. And Hobby says, good evening. This is a great pattern, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Ciro Marchetti, you know. I've got quite about 3 other pieces from the gentleman. Let me have a strategy here. Okay, I'm going to part down here. So it's not unusual if you're stitching this method to have multiple strands of the same color kind of planted at different areas. And so you need to have some idea where you want the thread to flow, so you don't end up with too many duplicated colors. So it's part of the fun. You really need to kind of have a plan somewhere, high level plan. Sarah says middle of February. Oh, that's a marathon, 48-hour marathon, guys. All right, Suzanne, so from the description, it's not that different from what I'm doing. I'm kind of quite, I'm not too strict in terms of the shape I'm building. So, you know, but definitely you want to keep the part threads out of the way. Chrissy says, I'm working on Sanctuary of Stitching, Supersized Max Color by Amy Stewart, almost 1%. Oh, for Supersize. Wow, 1%. I'm just looking at my percentage here, under 0.5%. Oh, Maddie says spooky bingo. Which one? Sorry, I only saw this. I'm slightly behind with the chat here. So congratulations, Maddie. What color is it? One of the blues. Beautiful. There's 2. Let me mark these ones. And this one as well. It's really satisfying. You just kind of just keep going. And I'm going to park. Where shall I park this one? Let me park it over here. One, 2. Here we go. And the stitches are so neat and tidy because, you know, you're just easing away. And every stitch is really nice and open. So I love it. I love the method. Captain Squirrel says, can't wait to see the squirrel. Me too, me too. I kept thinking, you know, when am I going to sort of, you know, make contact with the squirrel? You know, I'll probably get to the tail first, and then gradually moving forward. I can't wait. Hi, GB. Gayla. Gayla. Are you Gayla, Gayla? Hello? Wait a second. Hang on. Is it the same Gayla that I know? Were you here in the very beginning? Hang on. Let me just find this one. Are you the Gayla? I know there might be stitches out there with the same name, but you know, I told this story before, in the very beginning when I had like 0 subscribers, maybe 5, okay, and there's a whole bunch of stitchers gradually coming to my live streams, and there was one lady called Gayla, and she came to the stream every single day, and always the first in the chat, and gradually, and one day she just goes, I had a stroke yesterday, and then after that, I never saw her again. So, yes, every time I see the word Gaylord, I think that's the lady's name. Please tell me that's you. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Yes, that's you. Gayla says, I'm the same Gayla. I was there in the very beginning, and then I had a stroke, and I'm better. Oh, how wonderful. Guys, do you know? Yes, all the regulars from the beginning. You probably know Gayla, right? Gayla is back. Yes. You know, Gayla, I've been thinking about you all this time, and I've been telling the stitchers that, we always wonder where you were, because one day you came in and announced that you had a stroke and you never came back. Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy. Gayla, you have no idea. I'm so happy to see you. Oh, yes. I've been wondering all this time. Yes, Suzanne will know, and Rose as well. Yes, and Rajal. Yes, Gayla is back. Yes, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. Yes, and I hope everything's great with you, and hope you're back to stitching as well. Oh, I am so happy. You really made my day, Gayla. Dear, oh dear. Yes, everybody. Yes, Rose was here, and all the regulars from the very beginning. They all remember Gayla. Yes, all the love from Dolly. Okay, things change a little bit, Gayla, since you've been away, and I don't know whether you've been watching, but now we have Dolly emojis and everything going on there. Welcome back. Welcome back. Alandria, hello. Good to see you. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. And Stitching Unicorn as well, welcome. Oh, Gayla says, I'm cross stitching today. I'm watching you. Yes. Oh, wonderful. Which project are you working on? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. I am so happy, really, Gayla. You have no idea. Because Gayla was always first here, in the chat before the stream started. And that was when nobody was watching, really. We probably always have about 5 or 6 people. We just hang out every night and just chat and stitching. And Gayla was one of them. Hello, Vaduhi. Well, welcome to the chat. I know, Nikki. Do you remember? Yes, Gayla is back. And I'm so happy you're stitching as well. Okay, 3,750. 3,750. Janelle as well. Janelle, remember? Yes. And Gayla says, my hands don't work as well as they did. So I'm working on a stamp cross stitch for my son. That's wonderful. Yes, I think the fabric is, more structured with stamp kits as well. Yes, it's a wonderful start. And, as who knows? And the more you stitch, and gradually you'll be able to do a lot more as well. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I am so happy. I think stroke, even really minor ones, takes a long time to recover. So be patient. I remember that night when Gayla came on and say, I had a stroke. And to be honest, I thought it was a joke. So I kind of, I had a smile and just kept reading the chat until later on I realized it was actually a stroke. Oh dear. All right, the next color is 796. 796. So normally I don't like stitching sky, but night sky is really nice, really lovely to stitch. These beautiful blues. And you can probably see my chart there. It's not too confetti so far. Occasionally you run into kind of ninja stitches here and there, but not that many so far. So I think maybe the fact that supersize makes a lot of difference. One, two, three. And Hobby Haven says stitching a Hadimas wolf and trying to figure out the lighting for my YouTube channel. Oh, right. Yes, good lighting is much better and more important than cameras. Because cameras, you can literally, some people film with iPhone. It's perfectly fine. And Jacqueline says, I'm so glad to see you back, Gayla. I'm a stroke survivor as well. My right doesn't work well. I stitch with my left hand, Jacqueline. Yes, well done. It takes a long time to recover because I had family members going through stroke as well. And, it's quite challenging, but, you can recover quite a lot if you keep working on it. Do these two here. Hey, Heather. Great to see you. Marilyn says, I have had 3 strokes. I'm very happy. He has messed with my eyesight. I've gone for 40 counts linen to needing to stitch on Ada. My speech and facial muscles were affected as well. Wow. So Marilyn used to stitch 40 counts, which is alien territory. Yes. I mean, if you keep stitching, human body is amazing. It will recover and find its way back if you keep working with it. It's wonderful to hear these stories. And people come back to stitching, because stitching, even for, completely healthy body, it still takes a lot of, I wouldn't say training, but it takes practice because you are working with your hands. Not everybody's good with their hands, are they? So it's amazing that, even with strokes, we're able to recover enough that we're able to come back to stitching. It's wonderful, wonderful to know. So let me have a look. Where did I park? Here. One, two. Gonna pick this one. Next color, A20. A20. I don't know where I parked with this one. Hang on a second. 1, 2. Is it this one? No, can't be. Let me double check. A20. A20. I think I parked in the wrong spot. Okay, this is A20. Hi, Janine. Good to see you. Is Janine still at work? Or are you home, ready to stitch? And 823 actually, this one. So this is part of the method. You have to kind of work out. You need to have a game plan in terms of which color to tackle first. Stitching Unicorn says the right one is the 820. My goodness. Stitching Unicorn. Are you one of those people who can just look at the thread and go, that's 3827 on DMC? I know some of you can. The only color I can tell is 310. Just about. Badu, he says the colors are so pretty and vibrant. I know. It's so alive, this piece. You know, it's a sleep time, but everything's so alive. The colors, you know, the night sky, the trees. I love it. I'm going to do these two as well. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Am I missing something? I think I missed a stitch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Janine says, worked overnight last night, so I just got up at 4 p.m. my time. Wow. Overnight. It's like overnight, like night shift. And Janine says, then have to try to sleep almost normal hours tonight to get back on days. Oh, so you change shift to night shift to day shift. That's pretty hard. I hope they give you at least a couple of days to readjust. Changing shift. It's very challenging. Really rough an old lady, Janine. Nikki says, my fingers are recovering from the dimensions. Ada, yesterday. Why is that, though? Is it quite stiff? Mine is really soft, actually. But sometimes, if I remember correctly, some dimensions kits, they come with Ada. They're more stiff than others. It seems to be a little bit random. Depends on the kits you get. I remember I got a small one. I think it was Dimensions as well, of a Christmas shop. And it's a small piece, but the Ada was so stiff. But I'm sure Nikki's exaggerating. There's no way the Ada is so stiff. Their fingers are hurt. Okay, next one, 939. 939 is almost as dark as a 310, but it's more blue actually. 939, 939. We take a strand. It is blue actually, but very dark blue. Janine says, I use finger protectors on Ada because it's rough fabric. Really? I stitch, my 14 count and also the Ada, the 18 counts I stitched yesterday. It was quite soft. Maybe you can give it a wash to soften it a little bit. Here we go. So Hobby Heaven, or Hobby Haven rather, is that your channel name? So we have a lot of floss tubers here. We get a lot of visits from floss tuber. And Nikki's been, a little bit lazy recently, but she's a floss tuber. And Busy Mom as well. And we also have, what else have we got? We've got Ebony. Haven't seen Ebony for a little bit. I hope she's doing well. And we also have, what else have we got? Janine says, I have tomorrow off. I insist because I stitch with my mom on Fridays. Oh, that's so nice. So you and mom meet up every Friday and stitch together. Yes, absolutely. And Janine says, I'm applying for a big promotion and work, and fingers crossed I get it. Wow, wonderful. But changing shift is really, really hard. Yes, you definitely need a break in between. Right, so it's for assistant general manager at a resort. Wonderful. You will get it for sure. And Solar Winds says, I stitch my When Life gives you lemon. I would love to see what it looks like. Yes, and 20 count Ada drove me mad. 1/1 was too sparse and 2/1 was too crowded. Yes, 20 count is a little bit tricky. 20 count, I think 2/1. I think 2/1 is better because I have tried to do it 1/1. Well, in fact, I do have one project that's 20 count, 1/1. It should be okay. But I was stitching with CXC. I think with DMC, it's possible. It might come out just slightly sparse. Yes, 20 count is a little bit tricky, isn't it? It's kind of somewhere in between. But 1/1 CXC seems to be working fine. Hey, Michelle. Hello, Michelle Fuller is here. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm slightly behind there. Laura says, my fingers hurt a bit too. Pulling 3 or 4 strands through is tough. I use Dimensions Kit Ada too. That's interesting, because Laura, you're quite used to stitching 3 strands, don't you? Your traveling library is 3 strands, 10. But I think it really depends on the fabric you've got. But the 18 count I got from my vendor is really, really lovely. It's nice and soft. Yes, I don't like stiff fabric either. Jackie says, I'm a floss tuber as well, in disguise over here. Yes, we have floss tubers. They kind of create content on a regular basis, but we also have a lot of hidden floss tubers as well. In disguise. You disguise really well. Yes, the other day we're talking about Jackie's videos, I remember. I think it takes some time to get the setup correct, you know, to the way you like it. It really depends on whether you're streaming or you're doing recording. It could be different. Yes, Apney. Haven't seen Apney for a little bit. Maybe she's been busy. Alandra says, speaking of work, I got a compliment at my new job today. I mean, someone said to me, thank you for doing your job so proper. Oh, that's very nice. Is it from a colleague or customer? It's always, you know, really nice to get feedback. So Jackie's channel is called Jackie's Stitch List. Okay, that's quite easy to remember. Jackie's Stitch List. I'm going to have a look as well. Lynn says, hi Yogi, I got Maggie. And Nikki's not kidding. Like, Ada is like rock when I did the edges. Oh wow. Maybe just some of the kits, they come with really stiff Ada as well. I can't remember, because that piece, the second start, I still have that piece. And the fabric feels quite soft, but that's probably because, you know, it's been years. Some Ada, they can be very stiff and when it's quite new, you know. Wow. I don't know why they make some Ada so stiff. Maybe it's easier for if you're new to stitching. You can probably stitch without using a hoop or something. I don't know what the purpose is. Nikki says my fingers hurt from the needle too. I'm pulling the crunchy thread. So the whole kit is like designed to hurt your fingers. You know, you've got really, really, stiff Ada and crunchy thread. That's a really good way to describe a dimension thread, actually. Because in comparison, their threads are very structured. Crunchy thread. Lizzie says, I'm expecting to get the fabric and threads for the cross-stitch project I'm doing for my parents. My mum wants the garden shed by Irina. Yes, Max Colors. But Lizzie, I think both of your parents they stitch, don't they? I think the whole family stitch, which is very nice. Let me do this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One, two, three. Laura says, I use 3 strands on traveling library, but it's DMC, so maybe that's why it feels smoother. Right. I think DMC is quite soft to stitch. So Captain Squirrel is a floss tuber as well, are you? Floss tuber. We've got all the floss tubers here gathering. Captain Squirrel says, I'm so behind on my floss tube viewing. No, sorry, I was speaking too soon. Floss tube viewing. So I've gotten people's January 1st floss tubes on my playlist. Yes. It's a lot to watch, isn't it? For a moment, I thought our Captain Squirrels were one of the hidden floss tubers as well. So Hobby Haven is recording at the moment, but would love to stream. Yes, you could do both. You could do both. I'm more of a streamer than, because all that, sort of editing and stuff is just not my thing. One, two, three, 1, 2. Nikki says, I've been busy watching Yogi. I'm so sorry, Nikki. I'm really, I don't mean to keep you away from your content creation. Liar. Oh, that's lovely. Yes. So Suzanne has been watching Nikki's content as well. Oh, Jackie. Jackie says, I recently used my clothes. Do you mean steamer? Clothes steamer to soften some Ada. Oh, I suppose that works as well. But I think, I don't know whether that it's going to sort of remove the starch, because that's what's making the, where am I? I'm right here. I totally lost my spot. I think that's what's making the fabric quite stiff, I'm guessing. So I don't know, ironing it is going to remove it completely. Where am I? So I've got it here. And one more. I've totally lost my spot here. Oh, here. No. I totally lost. I lost my spot completely. Where am I? I am here. Well, that's the problem of looking up to the chat. And when I look down, I don't know where I am. Over here, I think this is 1, 2, 3. I need a little bit of reverse stitching. Oh, got it. It's good, all good. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Captain Squirrel, put that little frog away. I found it. Because it's all very similar colors. So it's very easy to get lost. But it's all good. I found it. Lynn says Yogi asked Nikki if she wants some paracetamol. Paracetamol? Why, Nikki? Why do you need painkillers? What's happening to you? Janine says, Yogi, is that blue part you're doing an item or part of background? I think this is part of the background. If you look at the, I try not to look at the mock-up too frequently because I like to be surprised. But I think, you know, can you see this, Janine, sorry. There's tree trunks here, and this is kind of a background for the sky, I think. The colors are quite pretty. Oh, hang on. I've gone too far with this stitch. So 3 over here. is a paracetamol for the sore fingers. But you know, guys, I don't know whether you've been watching Kamari recently. I think she changed the channel name, so I'm very confused. I can't remember her new channel name. But sometimes I think she stitches so much that she has to wear those guards, you know, for fingers. And sometimes she would put like a plaster, you know, the Band-Aid on the fingers as well. And I think if you have to, if you stitch so much that your fingers start to get, you know, starts to hurt, maybe it's time to take a break. All right then, I'm gonna end this thread here. I never stitched so much that my fingers hurt because I'm, you know, refer to the channel name. I'm not fast. Ah, so the sore fingers. I think Nikki, you know, Lynn, just between you and me, I think Nikki's exaggerating a little bit, you know. She's just like going, oh, my fingers hurt, you know, my fingers are falling off. Here we go. Let me change the color group a little bit. Let me do a little bit of the brown colors. Just change it up a little bit. Laura says I use the finger tape sometimes as well. Wow. Well, I suppose when you know, if you're doing a lot of 3-strand stitching, that's pretty hardcore. Yes, Nikki, you can just wash Ada. Just you know, soften the fabric in warm water a little bit. That should take care of it. Let me do a little bit of the tree trunk here. So this area is a little bit more confetti. You can tell just by how many part threads I've got here. 300. And let me take a sip of my coffee, my power drinks. What are you drinking today, guys? So this color, there's literally one stitch, 300. 300. Oh, Samantha's drinking chai spice tea. That's very exotic. Do you put milk in it? I think chai is milk tea, isn't it? With spices as well. Lynn says, Yogi, a lot of quotas with finger guards when stitching. Oh, so if you do hand quilting, I can imagine that. Because you have to push through the fabric as well, probably a lot more than cross stitching, right? I'm really terrible with hand sewing, so Sarah drinking hot coffee and iced tea. And wow, together, Sarah. Hot coffee and iced tea. You've got everything going there, Sarah. And probably some home-baked bread and biscuits as well. Single stitch, 300. Samantha says, I use hot water and a splash of milk. A splash, eh? Splash of milk and what's SF vanilla syrup? Is it a brand? It says vanilla flavored chai. That sounds very exciting. All right, one more ninja stitch. 154, 154. So this area is a little bit more confetti. So I kind of switch around. Sometimes I'll come over here and work a little bit more sort of color changes. And when it comes to background, it's a lot more relaxed. 154. It's all about balance. Nikki, the power washer. The washers are concrete outside. See, this is, you know, Nikki is always exaggerating. Now she's using the power washer to try to soften rock hard Ada. I can just imagine it. And that will probably work for Joyce's boat, origami boat, Ada boat. Oh, Janine, that's correct. In the winter, the skin can be very dry. My skin, my fingers can be very dry as well. So I put a lot of moisturizers. Yes. One stitch wonder. And also just to give you a heads up, so tomorrow, so you know Fridays I teach later classes, so I come home a little bit later, and in the past we've been doing sort of later time streams, but I think the new plan is, so maybe Fridays it's going to be rest day for me because you know, Mr. Yogi has been requesting maybe doing a Friday dinner date on Fridays just to catch up with things. So Fridays, instead of doing a later time streams, going forward, it's going to be rest day. Okay, Fridays will be rest day. So Nikki would take over on Fridays. I'm kidding. Yes, Nikki, you can probably do the Friday stream from your channel, right? And 154, yes, spooky bingo with Alice and Rennie. One stitch. It's done. 154. But for Saturdays, like, so it's been about maybe 2 or 3 weeks, we've been doing double streams on Saturday. So I think the plan would be taking the Friday off, okay? And Saturday we will do whenever we can. So sometimes on Saturday afternoon, there may be times that I have to do extra classes. Then I'll have to do that. Otherwise, the plan will be Saturdays we are going to do double stream. So one stream for the members, and the second stream will be our Amy Stewart sound, right? So that's the plan going forward. So Friday is going to be off until further notice. If I stop teaching late classes on Fridays, things might change. But until then, Fridays will be rest day, and then Saturday we do double stream. And we can have fun with the members stream as well. We can do, different things every week. So let me know if you like it. If so, thumbs up. If not, thumbs down twice. So just to give you a heads up. Oh, Sola says Dolly can take over on Friday. That's true. I need to get Dolly working, and to earn her food, earn her Dolly, cat food. She's so picky recently. It's impossible to find anything she likes. She will like something for 2 weeks, and then, and then she gets bored, and I have to find new things. I try to change it up every day anyway, but. Nikki. Yes, Friday is your day. Thank you, Rachel. Because, I'm happy to stream every day, but Fridays when I come home late, and sometimes I just need a little break there. And also Mr. Yogi also needs a, maybe dinner together at normal time, so he can stop complaining, Susan Yogi's the color date. Yes. I need to put a little bit more effort in, in the thing. Otherwise, I'm going to come back and have partnerless Yogi. Alison says, I have 2 stitches of 154. Excellent. You've got one more than me. Busy Mom says, I love to do a live stream, but not sure I have the equipment to do one. I'm sure you do. It's not that different from recording. I think the biggest difference is probably the software. You need to get the software going. Depends, the various options. But hardware-wise, if you have a camera, it should be good. Exactly, Sola. They have to earn their keeps, And Dolly can't just sit there and sleep and just eat cat food. So Fridays will be Dolly's stream. Dolly's stream day. One, two. That one as well. So next stitch is also a single stitch. 902. 902. Janine says, Mr. Yogi needs attention. I know. Such hard work, isn't it? High maintenance. Captain Squirrels and Mr. Yogi needs to pick up stitching too. Then he can join you. Yes. I tried to get him to knit once upon a time. Yes. One stitch. 102. $902 rather. 902. Lizzie says, I'm sure your partner understands you and your needs. Yeah, definitely. He's been very supportive. You know, very, very supportive. I kind of stream till late and most days, right? Janine says, I bet Mr. Yogi has much want to stitch as Mr. Janine. Yes. Nikki says, you can have a dolly cam. Yes. And most of the time, Dolly will be napping mostly. I'm sure that's riveting. Captain says, the lunchbox. Lunchbox is Mr. Captain Squirrel, okay? And he always calls me a granny when I stitch. You know, Captain Squirrel, were you here the other day when when we were talking about, you know, the perception of stitchers? They tend to be sort of older people or whatever. And I showed everybody my channel's stats. Were you here when I showed that? It's an even split of all ages. Everybody stitches, everybody watches the channel. From teenagers to grandparents. Well, you don't have to be a grandparent, but you know what I mean. Lynn says, Yogi, you must have time off to keep your man happy. Keep your man happy. And I stopped stitching and so much as my partner got fed up with it. Well, I think, you know, it's a balance, isn't it? Because Mr. Yogi also has his, you know, strange hobbies. So and I embrace all of them. So it goes both ways. And to be honest, the day your partner starts to criticize you for having a hobby, whatever hobby it is, unless it's something really, really weird, and you know, otherwise, I think the day if Mr. Yogi starts to tell me to stop stitching, you know, we'll probably need to have a chat, you know, have a word. Michelle says you could both stream a restaurant review each week. You're going to a restaurant and do sort of the full report over there. That's hilarious. Captain Squirrel, controversial. I think he's referring to Lunchbox, right? Mr. Lunchbox. He says Yogi is his SMR girlfriend. That's so funny. Ah, So Captain is always asking how Yogi is. Very nice. I think secretly, Lunchbox, Mr. Lunchbox, wanting to stitch, really? He's just too embarrassed. You know, maybe it's time to get him a dimensions kit. Get him started. 3862 going back. Janine. Yes, all the husbands. Yes, all the husbands are watching the channel as well. Janine says, mine does too. He says on Wednesday, no yogi today. Yogi time, yes. Susan, I bet, yes. Susan says, Dolly napping. We watched that. I know, they're sort of cameras on YouTube. There's 24 hours pointing at animals. You know, I've come across squirrels sleeping and foxes sleeping. Maybe not foxes. You know, kitties or cows. Horse camp, you know, all sorts of things. So yes, maybe it's about time to have a dolly cam. All right, okay, I'm gonna do that stitch. It's a ninja stitch as well. Just one. Okay, A01, A01. Lizzie says, if a man can't understand my need to stitch, he's out. Yes, it's not just about stitching. It's about everything you do. If they start to criticize you, kind of going, you know, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. Or because that kind of control can extend outwards to the, you know, the friends you hang out with, the places you go, or, you know, all sorts of things. It's a form of control, really. So you have to be quite mindful. If there are people kind of telling you, maybe you shouldn't be doing that, or you need to choose between me and that thing, I know what to do. I remember dating someone years ago. Basically asked me to get rid of my cats. I was like going, hello? Do you know who you're talking to? And you're probably not surprised. That didn't last. Well, some people just have no clue, you know. A01. Oh, Solar. So Solar's partner. Solar says he hated it when I work on my projects. Oh, I bet he's got some hobbies. You know, that's slightly unusual. I'm not saying stitching is unusual, but for people who don't stitch, they probably think, well, you know, why do you want to do that? Suzanne says, I was dating someone at one time, and he said, do you always have to have something in your hands working on it? Were you knitting? when you when you're dating this guy. I say that's probably going a little bit too far. Can you imagine? You just take your whip with you when you go on dating. It's just, you know, in a restaurant, while you're waiting for the main course to come, you just pull out your whip and start stitching. Just one stitch as well, this one. Three, 8, 5, 8. Three, 8, 5, 8. And talking about the streams for Saturday, okay, I talked about this yesterday. 3, 8, 5, 8. Let me find it first. And for the members stream, we're going to do a side quest stream. Okay, so we're going to do more black work going forward for sure, and amongst other things. But this week, I think it will be quite nice to do a side quest stream, so you can come and join me and stitch on something that, you know, very different, perhaps very different from sort of full coverage, or maybe just embroidery in general. It doesn't have to be cross stitching. I'm sure some of you probably have projects like that, or maybe samplers, and or maybe if you want to knit, you can join me and do a bit of knitting. So the spirit of the party will be to do sort of, you know, things on the side that we do other than the day-to-day full coverage stitching. There might be other activities, craft, etc. that we do, and to throw in the mix. So come join me for the side quest party this Saturday. All right, another ninja stitch. 311, 311. And I have a project I have in mind that I want to work on. Janine says, luckily my husband says, you can cross-stitch as much as you want. I said, you can watch as much TV as you want. And also the visits to Walmart, okay? So it's, yes, it's fair game. It's all about balance. Nikki says, Mr. Nikki, Corsage, a club. So, yes, I know Nikki's doing a few pieces for the daughters, but do they stitch as well? Should get them stitching. 7 here. Hang on. I can park with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, Janine's working on Saturday as well. That's okay. You can watch the replay. Alison says, Mr. Allison is happy. I have something to do, as he's always away for weeks at a time. Right, so he's away a lot. And when he's home, I watch live stream for an hour or two and then put a movie or something. I still watch though. Yes. That's wonderful. It's about finding, I think I much prefer, I think I'll probably be a little bit worried if Mr. Yogi does not have a hobby, things he loves. I do think it's part of, you know, a person. I don't know, it's part of the person's spirit Do they love, do they have things they love doing? And for me, that's an indication of where the person is, I think. I think everybody needs a hobby or things that they feel passionate about. Joy says, Mr. Duchy, enable me to start this huge world of Disney chart. Amazing. So it's not me enabling Joyce. It's the husband. There you go. I'm innocent. Oh, what's going on here? Why do I have it like this? Hang on. There's some weird stuff going on here. There's one stitch over here. 1, 2, and 1. I think this one is part incorrectly. Let me double check. Hang on. Three seven five zero. Let me check the color. 37. Hey, Dolly. Hello. Well, it's Dolly time then. Hang on. Hey, babe. She's belly up. I turned around and she's just lying there rolling around on her back. Hey, babe. Hello. How are you doing today? Do you fancy doing a Dolly cam at some point? Just help me out here on Fridays. Do you like that? A special message from Dolly today. A belly rub. Hey? Live purring show. Okay, babe. Oh, there you go. Special message from Dolly today. That's it. I know she's got really loud purr. She's purring all the time, all the time. Samantha says, almost halfway done with my black work piece. Yes, you're doing the maze pattern, isn't it? Oh, what's up? What's happening? Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. I just pulled this thread out to check the color actually, because I'm not sure which color it is. Yes, I noticed I come up from this corner. So you are paying attention. I'm glad to know. So no one was paying attention. Hang on, let me just check this color. 379, and I got distracted by Dolly. 3750, because I'm just not sure about this color. I don't know which one that is. 3750. Nothing escapes the chat. 3750. I'm just checking whether this is the right color. This doesn't look right, does it? Does it look the same color? Whoops. Hang on. Let me just show you. It's not the same color. It looks darker, doesn't it? Yes. I don't think that's correct. I need to figure out which one this is. I think it may be. Oh, I know which one that is. Yes, I got it. I parked it in the wrong spot. That's why. It's over here. Yes, it's all good now. And let me take a sip of my coffee. Samantha says, I find cat purrs to be medicinal and make me happy. I think it's scientific. I think scientists, according to the scientists, the sound wave of cat purr is actually healing to the human body. And I think that's why, maybe partially, why cats purr as well, because they purr when they're in pain as well. Sometimes when cats are sick, they'll be purring. Maybe it's a way for them to heal themselves. And I think it's healing to listen to the sound as well. Sola says, Jackson says, who's Jackson? Michael Jackson? Jackson says, cat, oh, the cat whisperer. Okay. If cat shows you their belly, it's the ultimate act of trust, especially if they're sleeping. Yes, Dolly definitely trusts me. I can rub the belly and, you know, anytime I want. That's my reward for being a slave, for being a Dolly slave. Oh, Janelle says, you're still in the wrong spot. You need to drop down to where all the parts threads are. Let me have a look. So, I think this is correct. No, Janelle? One here. Oh, I see. Why am I there? I have no idea. What am I doing? What am I looking at? I think we're talking about this spot, right? Are you talking about this spot? Where am I exactly? Who am I? I think I know what you're talking about. Over here, this bit doesn't look correct, does it? I don't know what's going on here. I'm looking at this part. Man, this is okay over here. That's not correct, is it? I think these are done. So these colors are quite similar. So I might be able to get away with it. What do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are all done. Why? Right. Does it look better now? Still one stitch off. Yes. Okay, so this one should be correct. It's a puzzle. Yes, Nikki, exactly. I'm trying to solve the puzzle. All right, bear with me. Yes. And I think I probably need to, at some point, think about a hard stop, because the line is going to keep extending. And as you can see, I'm getting a little bit confused already, even with, this distance. So what I might do is maybe stop from this point, come to a hard stop and stop parking. You know what I mean? And I can just keep expanding to the left here and see how that goes. Otherwise, I'm going to just end up with longer distance to move around, which is good and probably not so good if it's too long. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. And see how it goes. Janelle, have I still got it wrong? Which part? So I'm doing the blue area here. So I think this one is correct. Let me check my spot. It's a puzzle, Nikki. Yes. It will be fine because these colors are so similar. I can fudge, right? It's quite fudgeable. Okay, I think I'm good with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do the Danish method. Let me have a look. Chocolate time, Sarah, yes. Indeed. Maybe I need to take a chocolate break so I can stop making mistakes. Here we go. Let me do one more stitch. And we will have chocolate time. 1, 2. There you go. It's really pretty though. Do you not think? So pretty. Let me mark these stitches. There. Right, guys. Chocolate time. Okay, I'm following the order of our Sarah here. Here we go. There. So you can appreciate the beautiful stitching that's happening here on my fabric. It's so smooth. I love it. So I'll probably come to a hard stop here, right? Because otherwise it's going to get really, really far away to travel. And from here, if I keep moving to the left, I can still get to the squirrels, no problem. Here we go. Chocolate, yes, my chocolate button. And there you go. I've got about half a bag left. Probably a little bit more than that. Look at that. But some pieces are broken this time. I think this time, for some reason, the shipping kind of broke some of my buttons. So majority of them come out like this. It's a half a button, so it's kind of misleading to say giant chocolate buttons. It's more like giant half chocolate buttons with this pack, like this. Cheers, guys. And let me know what you're snacking with me. Power snacks for power stitching. Yum, yum. Junior says, I just found a mistake on my too. Fudge time. Exactly. If you can fudge, fudge away. Beautiful. Oh, that hit the spot. The chocolate hit the spot. Michelle, have you still got chocolate left? If not, I'll have this whole button for you. Cheers. Lovely. It's so pretty though. The transition of the colors. Suzanne says, I'm having some reheated air-fried French fries. Oh, air-fried. Well, I don't have an air fryer. Is it any good? Is it worth getting? Because I just run out of space. You know, the kitchen isn't huge. But I keep hearing about air fryers. Rose says, I'm eating Reese peanut butter and chocolate covered pretzels. Ooh, pretzels with peanut butter and chocolate. Interesting. Sounds delicious. And Suzanne, what else do you cook with air fryers? Can you just fry things? Rachel says it's looking very good. Love the vibrant colors. I know, it's really, really pretty. And I can't wait to get to the tree house as well. You know, the rooftop, the red roof. So Alex is using it as well. Yes, I suppose it's probably easier, probably safer as well than, you know, hobs, gas hobs. Laura says, just finished ice cream with chocolate syrup and sprinkles. Very nice. One more button. Cheers. Janine says, I have an air fryer and it collects a lot of dust. That's what happens. You know, sometimes when you buy like a gadget, it sounds like a really good idea. And then you just use it for a few times. So Suzanne, can you bake bread with air fryer? Or is it just frying things? So you can use it as an oven as well. That's quite nice. Yeah, sometimes you just want to heat up, you know, like a small quantity of something. Just make sure it's properly sealed and have a sip of my coffee. Clara says, I love my air fryer. You can cook fajitas chicken, veggies. So it's not just frying. So you can use it like an oven. I know it was really popular for a while, but I just don't know. Sometimes with gadgets, some people like it and everybody's buying it, and then, they move on to something else. So I don't know whether it's something that I should be thinking about. Oh, Nikki's got an air fryer as well. Nikki says, I can make hamburger patties and salmon too. So it's basically a cooker, really. It's not just a fryer. Alison, well, everybody loves air fryers. Alison says you can pretty much do anything with air fryer. Can you bake cakes with air fryers? Can you bake bread? So Suzanne just cooking small quantities. Right, so you can cook proper meals, not just warming up things or fry things. You can fry eggs. Suzanne says Alex does his hot dogs in it. That reminds me, the other day we're talking about hot dog liquid. Right, this one's got quite a few stitches. Wonderful. Laura says, wish I had one, referring to air fryer. And I use my parents' air fryer all the time. So easy to air fry some dumplings instead of frying in oil or putting them in the oven. So you can fry things without oil. Is that what it is? So does it come out dry then? If you try to fry something without oil? Because the whole point about deep frying something is that it's deep fried. Sarah says, I have a 9-in-1 toaster oven that has an air fryer function. My God, that sounds like a super duper gadget Sarah's got. One, two. Clara says, yes, you can add olive oil and spices and tastes wonderful. You can make lemon pepper wings of any flavor you want. Lemon pepper wings. Wow. This is like air fryer commercials here. Alison says, bake, grill, fry, reheat, dehydrate if you want to. It's perfect as a slogan for air fryer, isn't it, Alison? Very good. Kale chips as well. Oh, I love to do kale chips. You know, I've got a dehydrator. It's quite large, okay, and it's taking up kind of space on my sort of countertop, and also I've got a mixer as well. So, but I use them quite frequently. But the problem is dehydrator. It takes hours and hours. I love kale chips, and but it takes a long time, hours and hours just to make some kale chips, and I can have the kale chips, you know, in half an hour. Yes, kale chips are wonderful, isn't it? The other day we're talking about kale. Guys, if you don't like kales, try kale chips. Gorgeous. You can oven bake them, but they come out slightly different. Michelle says, I love our air fryer. It's wonderful for making small meals. So everybody's got one. Sounds like it. And everybody loves it. Interesting. Clara says it takes less time than baking in the oven because it takes time to warm up, to heat up the oven, isn't it? And also because the ovens, they tend to be larger and it takes a long time to warm up. So sometimes if you're doing small quantity of something, for instance, you just want to warm up, you know, some bread. It takes a while. Ah, so Alex likes kale chips as well. Yes, green chips. Indeed, they're green. Very good, Alex. Nikki says, so far this year, I have 10 new starts. Is that it, Nikki? It feels like if you started at least 15 of them, you started about 5 or 6, just New Year's Day alone. And I keep hearing about new things you started. Only 10, Nikki. And the past week was quite unusual because I started 2 within a week. I started the rabbit piece, and also yesterday the Maggie piece as well. 312, 312. Next one, 312. Here we go. I think he still needs to start at least 4 more. Says who? Who says you have to start 4 more? Because you started, so the 10 starts include the ones you're stitching for the daughter, or both of them, 2 daughters, right? One, two, three. I think Nikki's trying to keep up, is competing with Busy Mom, Busy Mom started, over 60 projects last year. This year, Busy Mom, you have to top your own record. You have to break your own record. You have to aim for at least 70. And Nikki's being competitive. Nikki's going, if Busy Mom can do it, I can too. Watch me. 797. Suzanne says thinking about starting long dog project. Because you've got some floss that you can use up. That's a very good idea. I'm trying to come up with ideas that I can use up my anchor threads as well. And recently we started a black work, which is fantastic because I'm actually using my anchor threads. Maybe some sort of samplers would be very nice. Nikki says, I want to start a piece for each of my daughters. And Nikki, you've got 5 daughters, don't you? Are they all girls or have you got boys as well? I remember you have 5 kids. So you're going to be very busy, very busy. Let me do this one. Michelle says, I think Nikki should start 26 in 2026 or 250 for our nation's birthday. Oh, really? America is going to be 250. That's a quarter of a century. Oh, that's not true. No, I can't count, can I? 25 years is a quarter of a century. So 250 is a quarter of what? So 200, in order to get 250 new starts, you have to start pretty much every day with a few rest days. You just have to keep going. I think starting new project is not so hard. It's more about finding patterns you want to do, isn't it? Only 5 girls, Nikki says. And Nikki says last time, every time she's trying to fast, she gets pregnant. So maybe time to fast. Get a few more. So there's grandson as well. Yes, Nikki, you have to stitch faster. You're extreme cross country. Have to speed up. Janine says, I started 3 new starts this year so far. I have two more I can do. So you've got a cap, do you, Janine? 5? Well, I'm sure that's going to change. I'll check again in a month's time. So this year I started this piece for New Year, and then the rabbit piece last week, and then Maggie yesterday. So 3. So I'm pretty measured, aren't I? I'm not like those, those crazy stitchers. They just start a new piece every other day. Oh, yes. Amazing, Yogi. Self-control, self-control. And they're accusing you of being an, enabler. Not at all. I'm a shining example of, trying not to start 10 projects a day person. Very nice. I keep coming back to the blue area because it's less confetti. I just get drawn to this area. Because this bit is quite confetti. The tree area. Okay then, I'm going to work a little bit around the tree. Has to be done, has to be done. Ah, Michelle says, I'll try to say it without falling over, okay, Michelle? It's called our consentinel. Butchered that one. Dear oh dear. Sola says, I guess it's an unpopular opinion, but I don't like anchor. I find that the colors are too limited. Plus, they shred easily. Oh, really? I'm not that familiar with anchor, actually. And the reason I want to use up my anchor is because throughout the years, for some reason, I accumulated a whole bunch of them. And nowadays, I mostly use DMC and CXC. But I have a whole bag of anchor, random colors. So I'm trying to find uses for them. And that's it, really. I think they're part of DMC now, so I don't know whether they're still sort of creating, kind of producing threads actively. No idea what happened to them. But so far, with 310 anyway, it stitches very similarly to DMC. I haven't really noticed that difference between them. Because CXC, I definitely know the difference. The texture is very different. Single stitch here. Janine says, I can only do as many new starts as I have frames. I hate taking projects in and out of frames. Janine, I have a solution for you. Just get more frames. But Janine's got really, really lovely frames, really large ones, don't you, Janine? And I think that's the great advantage is they're really large, really stable, but the disadvantage is you can't have that many of them. You could, but you need storage space, you need, it's just not as easy to get project on and off as hoops, for instance. Okay, 1 stitch, 3031, going back, 3031. Sarah says the only new start I've done this year is black work. No, Sarah, you also started black on black. Sarah, didn't you? Right, let me come down here. Let me have a look. 1, 2, 1. Over here. 2. Right, 2 stitches. Or 1 stitch rather. 4, 3, 4. 4, 3, 4. 4, 3, 4. Three, 4. Sarah says, I'm planning a new start in February. So are you going to have a new start for your marathon? That'll be quite exciting, wouldn't it? Well, so everybody's taking interest in long dog. I would love to get the 101 alphabet going. I'm kind of slightly stuck. Don't know what to do with it. Why do I have this one here? Where am I? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this one is done. 1, 2. So 4, 3, 4 is done. 4, 3, 4. 4, 3, 4 is done. So 3, 7, 7, 6. 3, 7, 7, 6. Sarah's forgotten black on black. Lynn says, Yogi, have you had chocolate break? Yes, we did, Lynn. Where were you? We had chocolate break at around 10:30 UK time. But you were allowed to have chocolate. Okay, it's this one over here. Finally. Hey, Captain Squirrel. See you later. Great to see you. Nikki says, I was thinking about 36 count full alphabet. And Nikki, are you going to do it on plain fabric? I think that's kind of my sticky point. I just don't know whether I just, go with the recommendation, which is 30 is it 32? 36 count. That's the fabric count suggested by the pattern. But I'm kind of thinking maybe I should get a fabric that's kind of hand dyed, and that's where I get stuck. Because I don't know which one to go for. Why am I, hang on, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this bit is getting a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. It's okay. I can fudge. Okay, let me fudge. Susan says 101 alphabet is the fabric that's bothering you. Yes, I've been thinking, because originally I wanted to do maybe 40 counts, and I just couldn't find a piece of fabric that's kind of, to my liking. But now I think it's probably a good idea to do 32, because that piece has kind of a lot of combination of different sizes of stitches. So, but I've seen someone doing 40 counts and it looked really, really nice. But I'm just thinking whether I should get a plain fabric or hand-dyed fabric. And I just cannot make up my mind, because hand-dyed fabric is quite hard to get hold of and quite expensive as well. Nikki says plain fabric, 2/1. Dye will be super expensive for a meter. Exactly. I think that's where I got stuck, because everywhere I looked, not just for 36 count, for 40 count as well, it's like, for the size of fabric that we need for the project, costs a lot. So I think that's why I got stuck. So Clara is doing that piece as well. Are you, Clara? Clara says, I'd go for 40 count. That way, single thread, 1/1 full cross. Yes, because there are shorter, kind of tiny stitches as well. And generally, it's 1/2. But there's sort of half stitches as well, quarter, I don't know. And I've seen somebody on YouTube started off with 36, and then he realized it's a gentleman stitcher, and he realized he didn't like it because it was too large, and he switched to 40 counts, and it was really nice. Maybe the compromise would be getting 40 count but plain fabric. Michelle says, I would dye it for you. Oh, Michelle, is that what you do for your shop? My goodness. Yes, Michelle's got a shop, guys. Nido says you can buy some fit dye and dye it yourself. The videos on YouTube on how you do it. You can also coffee or tea dye. Yes, we talked about that. I'm just too scared to do it. Red dye. Hi, busy mom, welcome back. Are you back home now? Is it time to stitch? Yay. Yes, I'm too scared to dye the fabric myself. Four, 3, 5. 3 stitches. Let me fudge my way. Let me just double check. this color. 435. That looks fine. Clara says Zuega has 40 counts that are cream color and very pretty. Yes, I probably have to end, probably go for plain fabric. Otherwise, I'm just complicating things too much, I think. Because even dyed, fabric depends on the outcome. The patterns might be different, and every piece is different, isn't it? Oh, wonderful. Busy mom is at home and eating dinner. Wonderful. I hope you had a great day at work. Nikki says you wouldn't really see the hand dye because it's a busy fabric. Yeah, I suppose. I'm just looking at the sample picture, for the pattern, and it's got the fabric just looks slightly aged, and it looks so nice. I'm just thinking, would be nice to have that as well. But I think the fabric, the fabric situation is just holding me back. For 2 years, over 2 years, I've got that pattern. I've not done a single thing. Yes, Susan, there are many colors. Let me show you the pattern so you know what we're talking about. It's a beautiful thing. Let me show you. Okay, so you've never seen this pattern before. I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? Here we go. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see. There. This is it. So it's massive, first of all. It's really, really huge. And also, this is the example they show you. And the fabric is really beautiful. It's not sort of dyed as such. It's just kind of slightly aged. And it's really, really nice. So, and it's got many colors. I don't know how many colors. Let me have a look. It's got... how many colors? Does it say? Where does it say how many colors? But I think there are probably around at least 15, 20 colors changes. And it's very intricate. And this is not full cross stitching. There's some embroidery stitches, like back stitching. There are larger crosses, smaller crosses, a combination of things. So it's really, really fun to do, and it's huge. It's really, really big, really, really big. Yes, there are many colors. Susan. All right, we have a solution here. Okay, guys, have a look. Have a look. This is what I have to put up with daily. Okay, guys. Susan says, "Don't worry, Yogi. By the time you finish it, the fabric will be naturally aged." Susan, you're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong. Okay, I think that makes me feel a little bit better, Susan. By the time I have to frame this piece, okay, it will be about 100 years old. You'll be naturally aged. You're quite right. Okay, Susan, you've solved my problem now. And I think this piece is probably linen as well. I don't think it's even weave. It's linen. So it looks really, really nice. Harsh but true, you know? Yes. I know. So this is the piece Nikki will be working on as well. In that case, you know, if it's going to age naturally anyway, I don't need to worry about it. Now I think about it. So Clara, yes. But if you look at the picture, maybe what I'm thinking about is not so much discoloring, because if you look at this piece, there isn't any brown stains, you know, necessarily. It's just generally looking aged, and I'll just let time take care of it, I think. Yes, there you go. 29 colors. Okay. Nikki says $80 for the fabric. They recommend, really? $80 for 40 with 32 count. I'm gonna get 40 count, I think, as long as it's not going to break anything. So the recommendation is 36 count ivory. Linen. Okay, if you go for linen, it's probably more expensive. But I'm probably going to go for even weave, because linen is probably going to complicate things for me too much. I don't know. Would you go for linen, Nikki? It's probably more pricey, right? And it's a large piece of fabric as well. Nikki says ivory Edinburgh. Right. I think 36 might be quite large. I'll see if I can find a piece of fabric that's 40 counts, cream color or something like that. Yes, Nikki, 40 count even weave sounds, you know, reasonable. I'll probably find, I don't know, slightly off-white, maybe not pure white like this one, you know, this is more sort of white. But I think I want the background to kind of come through a little bit. Maybe cream, Nikki. Solar says fiber on a whim. Charge $80. That's about probably 70 pounds, I'm thinking. US dollars for a small piece. Is that linen or even weave? I think linen, we're probably talking a lot more. I don't mind even weave, actually, now I think about it. Nikki says linen for 36 count and 40 count is expensive. Yes, and also it's not that easy to find the size that's large enough when it comes to linen. I mean, it's much easier with even weave and cheaper, much cheaper, I think. Okay, then I'll probably go for 40 count, some sort of, you know, cream color, I think. And Nikki, I'll take your lead, you know, in terms of when you want to start, considering you've already have 10 going. I don't know. 922. 922. Oh, just even weave, £80. But the other day we found out the fabric is actually a lot more expensive in America for some reason. Maybe one of the things that you know, is actually slightly cheaper over here when it comes to craft. So a while ago, it was probably a couple of years ago, because I was watching this channel called Cross Stitch Smiles, and the lady, I think it's Jez, she recommended a vendor on Facebook that do hand dye fabric. So I think it's called coffee something. Coffee fabric or something. So I joined for a little bit and bought a few pieces of linen, hand dyed fabric. But they're really small, and I haven't found uses for them because I was getting quite ambitious, and I was getting super high fabric count, like 42 and 50 something, and but they're really small, and and they were quite expensive as well, to be honest. But I haven't found uses for them. Tiny stitches, you know, quite high fabric count. Nikki says it's still $80 for 40 count even weave. Oh, full of size. I don't know. I can't remember how large the fabric I need for 40 counts. I'm hoping the UK prices might be a little bit lower. See you later, Rose. Yes, and we will meet on Saturday, Rose. Yes, for our side quest. Come to the side quest and the SAO as well. So see you later, Rose. Have a lovely rest of the day. Oh, that's Lily. Can you hear it? Oh, poor Lily. Oh, Diana says, what size do you need for 40 counts? 1, 2, 3 has even weave. For 46 for a yard. I can't remember what fabric count, fabric size. Nikki can probably work it out. It's quite large. It's a very big piece. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Nikki says 30 by 30 inches or 75 by 75. 30 inches. 30 inches. Well, first of all, I'm not even sure I'll be able to find fabric that size for my Etsy vendor because they're all pre-cut. So I might not even be able to buy from them. Because normally they're very good. Let me have a look. 30 by 30, did you say? 40 counts. I'm just trying to have a look at the prices here. So this is my vendor. I'll show you in a bit. Let me just find it. 40 counts. Even weave. Oh, they don't even do it. What? Surely. my regular vendor on Etsy, I searched for 40 counts, nothing came up. Let me try again. It's quite weird. They must do it. They don't have it. They don't even have 40 counts. My vendor. Oh well, I'll have to find somewhere else to buy it. Jackie, we're talking about 101 fabric, not fabric, 101 alphabet, this piece. So Nikki and I, we both want to stitch this one, but the fabric is so big. I'd love to be able to stitch this one in linen, but I think I'm just complicating things too much. And it's probably why the colors of the fabric, and also, you know, whether to go for even weave or linen, has been the kind of sticky point for this piece. And that's why I've not done anything at this point. $7.20. Just one stitch, this one. Another ninja stitch. Hey, Ruth. Ruth says, I buy my fabric here in Australia, 40 count linen, a meter, 85 Australian dollars, I'm thinking, equal 44 pounds. Ah, yes, but shipping is going to add a fair bit. So I like to buy some sort of from the local vendors. You just keep things a lot simpler. But I was quite surprised to find out how expensive fabric is in America. I think 40 count may not be the most popular fabric count out there. So I think probably my vendors just kind of, you know, just aiming at popular products. $7.20. $7.20. Yes, Janine. Stitching linen is very different. I have tried stitching linen. I'm trying to think what fabric count that was. And slightly larger, maybe. I'm trying to think. I can't remember. Maybe 32, something like that. But as you said, you know, it's uneven. That's kind of the thing. It's very different from stitching Ada or even weave. And particularly if you're doing 1/2, that's going to be, you know, sort of added complications. So Nikki, are you doing 36 count or 40? Barbara says, I thought Swan Bay Fabric was in the UK. Swan Bay Fabric. Is it a website? One more over here. There. Nikki says you should have a variety of choices, Yogi. UK has a lot of sampler stitches. I presume, but I think the size might be the tricky part of it. There are a lot of fabric vendors, but you know, for instance, the one I use on Etsy, they're mostly pre-cut sizes, and they're not huge. I'll need to have a look. Probably look around Etsy for local vendors. It's more of the size that's slightly trickier. Oh, so 40 count is cheaper than 36. Yes, I suppose 36 physically is larger, but probably I wonder why it's so much more expensive. And also 40 count, Nikki, I think it will come out nicer because I've seen this floss tuber stitching it. 32, well, 36 is nice, but it feels like, I don't know, it just feels slightly, just too chunky, you know. I think 40 would be perfect. If you look at the design here, you want it to be really nice and intricate, you know, you don't want it to be super large. And it's just very, very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. I love it. And I like the challenges because it's not going to be just cross stitching all the way. There's going to be various different type of stitches, and it's going to be really, really fun. Really, really fun. Barbara says, I think Swan Bay will have custom cut. So do you reckon Swan Bay is in the UK? I'll have a look. Thank you, Barbara. Swan Bay, let me jot it down because I forget. Swan Bay fabric. I'll have a look. Well, there you go, Nikki. Nikki says, anyone else joining in the 101 alphabet? Yes. So the chart only comes in paper form. There isn't an electronic form. So you need to get it posted to you. And I got this one. In fact, when I was ordering it, I think it was a shortage because it was during COVID. And I had to wait, and then finally I got a copy. Nikki, This is stone silence. Nikki is asking, anybody want to join this epic Sao with me and Nikki? Silence. Clara, are you doing it? Have you got a pattern? Yes, Clara agrees. 36 count 2/2 is too chunky. 1/2 is very sparse. Yes, I think 40 is perfect from what I see. No takers. Hi, Shayla. Shayla says coming out of lurking. There you go. Try Wool Warehouse. They have selection of 40 count linen for about 50. 1 meter. Raw white and antique white. Antique white sounds lovely. Let me take note that down. What's the company called? Wool Warehouse. Wool Warehouse. Thank you so much, Shayla. That sounds quite reasonable. 1 meter by 1.4. So we need 30 by 30 inches. I don't know how that works out. It's still quite pricey, but you know, it's probably cheaper than £80. Rue says Swan Bay fabric in South Wales. Okay, so it's UK delivery. It's a little bit easier. Susan say one hell of side quest. I know, just stone silence. You know, Nikki's like going, anybody joining in? Yes. Silence. Clara says, Clara, have you got a pattern already? Yes. Nikki says, you and me and Clara. Here we go. The Golden Trinity, Holy Trinity, the Golden Triangle, 3 Musketeers. Diana says, I want to, but you guys keep derailing me from current projects. Well, that's what we do here. We distract ourselves from what we're doing here. You know, here I am stitching a supersize, you know, max color epic piece. I'm thinking about another one. And Lynn Burgess says, Yogi, they have it on eBay, company called Flora Shell. A Flora Shell? I never bought from eBay, actually. For some reason, I just had this distrust on eBay. I suppose that they're probably quite legit vendors as well. I'll note that down. Thank you, Lean. Nida says, remember, you need additional fabric around it for framing and able to put a hoop. That's a very good point. Nikki, have you incorporated the margins? We're adding a few inches around. Very good point. Can you imagine? You just stitch to the edges and just run out. And you just miss a couple of letters. Diana Smith said the chart is $32 on 123 stitch. I can't remember how much I paid for the chart. It was a couple of years ago. And I probably got it from which website is that? Is it Rabbit? Something Rabbit? I can't remember. Rabbit and Stitch or something. They do a lot of paper patterns for samplers. Oh, it's out of stock. Yes, I had to wait as well when I tried to order this pattern. I had to wait for a little bit. It may be different sites. They stock it. And also Etsy as well. Sometimes they're sold on Etsy. Oh, Rachel says everything cross stitch. Is that the name of the website? Has it on sale for $29. That sounds quite reasonable. Hey, Bex. Hello. Janine says that's expensive for a chart. But Janine, do you know how many pages this has got? This is not just like a couple pages. It's huge. It's like a book. Let me just zoom out for you. This is absolutely huge. This is like a book. Can you see that? It's like a magazine. Susan says it's £27 on Rosewood Manor. Yes. That may have been the price I paid for it. I can't remember. One, two, three, four. Fox and Rabbit, that's it, Michelle. That's it. I think it's a UK. It's a UK website. I think that's where I bought it from. I remember there's something Rabbit. Beck says this piece is really starting to pop. I know, a lot of details is coming out. And now you can see the tree trunks. And now I can see the background as well. So you have that depth. Because in the first few sessions, I was just stitching these green leaves. And you kind of don't know what's happening. And suddenly you have that, tree trunks underneath. And the background as well. It's gorgeous. Janine is asking, what is the total size of it? I can show you the number of stitches, so you probably get some idea. It's actually 499, so it's about 500 by 500. So that's a full size, but yeah, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. Oh, Michelle says, I think they're Australian. Maybe they're Australian. They do a lot of samplers patterns. Because a lot of chart creators, sampler creators, they still prefer selling, printed patterns because I suppose, samplers, they're a lot easier to copy. Sometimes, if you show the actual chart as a picture, you can literally start stitching with it, unlike full coverage. It's much harder. Here we go. And I love Rosewood Manor as well. One, two, this one over there. So, so I've got the other chart, which is paper charts as well from Rosewood Manor. I showed it to you before. It's called When a Forest Grew, and I think that's the piece I'm going to stitch with you for the members' side quest party. Side quest stitching party. I'm just itching to work on that piece a little bit. So this area is fairly confetti, this bit. It's beautiful. Two over here. Good. Barbara says, I have no problem finding sampler to stitch on Saturday. I probably have more than 7 going. Wonderful. Yes, join us for the side quest. Oh, Nikki, have you got the When the Forest grew as well? Let me show you that one, mine as well. Nikki, join me on Saturday to stitch with me for the side quest. So this is the piece I've been wanting to stitch because I showed this one. I think it was during maybe our New Year stream. I can't remember, one of the streams. And I've got a little bit going from the center here. And I've been itching to go back and do more. So this piece is all crosses. I think, I'm trying to think, yes, even the letters, even the wordings, it's all full cross. And yes, Nikki, you can join me on this piece. This is what I'm going to be working on Saturday. So it's really, really pretty, really, really pretty. So it's rosewood manor piece. And I think this is, I'm trying to see, is this one rose manor as well? Oh, I didn't realize. So they're both rosewood manor as well. For some reason, I thought this one was different, but it's by the same artist, the genius lady, Karen Kluber. Wonderful, beautiful creation. So I'm going to work on this piece on Saturday for the side quest party for the members. So Nikki is one tree done. Let me guess, the one in the middle, the large one? That's where I started. Barbara says, I have Rosewood Manor celebrations and other ones I started many years ago. Oh, come join us. Yes. A little bit of side quest, you know. I know they've got so many beautiful patterns there. And they probably have smaller pieces as well, but I'm always drawn to the larger ones. Just give me the largest chart you've got there. But the tree ones, this one that I'm stitching on Saturday is a lot smaller than the alphabet. So, and also it's all cross stitch, so it's a lot simpler to stitch. Oh, Nikki, you started with the upper left. Let me have a look. I see. Interesting. So I just went for the center start. I started from the tree from the beginning, and I get to stitch some wording as well. It's really relaxing. So Nikki's coming from upper left. Interesting. Hello, we have another Ruth here. Ruth the Map Pie Stitcher. Welcome. We have double Ruth today. Let's have a look over here. 3 stitches. I just love the details of, you know, the texture of the tree. It's really, really pretty. And for the side quest party, we were probably starting around, similar to last couple of times, around 4 p.m. or 4:30 UK time. So you have to work out the time there. I'll try to put out the schedule stream as soon as I can. And after that, we take a break and we do like Amy saw together. So a lot of stitching coming up on Saturday. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. And hopefully the weather is not going to be too bad for most of you in the US. Shayla says both stores also have 40 count Vidal even weave for about £30 for the same size. Really? Wow, what colors? I'll definitely have a look. So you're referring to the warehouse, one of them. And Swan Bay, isn't it? No, I remember. And keep going here. Oops. Shayla says, Wool Warehouse and Lakeside Needlecraft. Okay, Lakeside Needlecraft I'm familiar with. I've never bought from them, but I'm familiar with the website. I'll definitely have a look. I think now, you know, the fabric color is no longer a kind of an issue. It should be easier to find fabric. Okay. And also the other day, I remember, you know, yesterday we're doing dimensions kit, and I've got my my pattern on Saga, no issues with Maggie. But the other chart, you know, the Max cat. I can't remember the name of the location, the full title. Anyway, the other chart I'm looking to do at some point with dimensions. It's got thread colors, some in DMC, and the other one, they're actually JP threads. And what are they? Is it a brand, a different brand? And I'm just trying to figure out how to convert those thread colors to DMC. It's a little bit random. Barbara says, I always heard Lakeside is to die for, harder to find in US. Lakeside. Oh, are you referring to the website? I think Lakeside is British, isn't it? It's UK based. Let me have a look. Okay, well, 310. There you go. I've got a few 310s here. And Susan says JP Coats threads. So I'm not familiar with them. So is it compatible to DMC, I wonder? Because some of them are in DMC and some of them are in JP. Ah, Suzanne says, I'll look for another Saga files for you for that one. I didn't realize it's JP. You know the one, yes, the Max cat. Because I only noticed, oh, there you go, Samantha. I knew it, 310. Samantha, spooky bingo, yes. Yes, Suzanne, I only noticed it when Joyce mentioned it. And I had a look. Maggie one is perfectly fine. It's complete DMC. But the other one isn't. So I really appreciate it if there is. Or maybe show me a way to convert it. Thank you, Suzanne. Shayla says, JP, is JP Coats merged into Anchor ages ago, and Anchor now owned by DMC. So everything's owned by DMC. Right, I'm not familiar with JP Coat. Oh, Suzanne, you're an angel. Thank you so much. And Rajao is having 310 bingo as well. Yes, multiple bingo, group bingo. 310, yes, here we go. $310, I've got one here. It's my first 310 today. Hey, Passion for stamping. Passion says, I managed to find Maggie on eBay last night. Can't wait to receive it. Oh, well done. Yes, I find them, I had a look around to see how they're priced nowadays. And they vary quite a lot. So, sometimes they're priced way up. That's ridiculous. But there are places that you can get them. You can get the kit. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And so much fun to stitch as well because of the variations of stitches. It's great fun. I just noticed that I have a part 310 here. I didn't see. It's okay, I'll cut it off. Samantha says, I have a bunch of Anchor threads and they're the same numbers as DMC, or is there a conversion chart? No, they have a different color chart. I think you can find conversion somewhere online. But they're not fully compatible. Why does it look different? Oh my goodness, I'm stitching in a totally different, incorrect direction, location. I was thinking, why does it look different? So it's 310, but that's why. My goodness. Seriously. Okay, I'm supposed to be stitching this area, but it's incorrect. Seriously. Yes, I definitely need to come to a hard stop because otherwise I'm going to be so confused. Because these two areas, they start to look kind of similar. For me anyway. All right then. Let me check what's going on here. That's why I didn't see there's a part thread here. Okay. But it's 310. It's okay. It's okay. I've got it over here. It's all good. It's all good. Sarah says, I have a bunch of JP Coates threads that were given to me. Are they any good? I'm not familiar with them. I do have a whole bunch of sort of random sort of floss. I don't know how I got them throughout the years. It's a random brand. And Passion says, I paid $25. That's a bargain. That's really good because, so Passion is referring to the Maggie kit, the chart I was stitching for DMC, not DMC, Dimensions, SAL. Over here, they're generally, the kit is priced at around maybe, majority of them probably over £30. So $25 is very, very good. And Sarah says, I have to go cook dinner. Yes, enjoy the dinner and everything and the rest of the day. And I hope you have a really fun day stitching. Yes, and thank you, says Yogi, enjoy your date night. Yeah, well, the thing is, if I do it occasionally, you know, Mr. Yogi is thinking really special, and now I'm doing it every Friday, he's going to go, yeah, all right, that's okay. No, I'm kidding. It would be nice to, you know, have a rest day on Friday, particularly I'm teaching till late on Fridays as well. But I'll see you guys, you know, particularly members, we will have double stream on Saturdays. Okay, so until then, see you later, Sarah. Or Captain Alien. And looking at the time is 17 minutes past midnight. And I think I will make this color the last color of my choice today, and I'm going to do my final stitches. I've got a few to do. Passion says, is it true the Saga is no longer available for Android? I don't think it's permanently. I hope it's not the case. So basically, the app is developed by Russian team, development team, and they were taken off. The app was taken off from the Google Play store because of the political situation, which, you know, is very unfair. And I hope it's not a permanent situation, but you can buy it via iOS if you have Apple devices. So I'm hoping the situation is going to change and it's going to come back to the shop. All right then, so this is going to be my last stitch here. And I'm going to park below this row. So that was my last 310 stitch right there. Beautiful. And I'm going to thread this one and cut it off because I didn't realize there was a park thread already. So do not worry, I'm saving this thread, okay? Nikki, look away. 310. Right, and I'll give you a recap of what I've done today. And of course, I will share my stitch count with you. Here we go. Let's have a look. And that's right, guys. So today I've been stitching this piece, Sleep Time by Ciro Marchetti. And you can get a chart from Heaven and Earth. And this is a supersized and max colors as well. So it's really, really huge piece. And this is my first supersized piece as well. Let me show you the markup here. And this is what I've been stitching from the upper right there, from the tree, and the night sky as well in the background, gradually. And hopefully it won't be too long before I get to the squirrel, the sleepy squirrel there. And I cannot wait to get to the tree house as well is absolutely gorgeous, and all the animals sleeping soundly in the forest, and being guarded by the owl as well, and the rare bird on a tree on the top there. There's so much going on here. So let me show you my app here. Okay, so I started from upper right there of this massive piece, and you can barely see it. Oh, what happened there? Why am I seeing that strange floating smiley? Is the sound okay? Yes, you can hear me. Do not scare me, okay? Oh, Susan says you need to mark another row. Have I not done that? Let me have a look. Hang on. Let me have a look. Have I missed one row? Oh my God, guys. Yes, I can always count on, I can always count on the chat. Is that correct now? There you go. Every stitch counts, right? So it has to be super accurate. And I'm going to mark it here. Am I correct now? Nikki? Am I correct now? That's right, right? Hang on. Let me switch back to this mode so you can see what I've done here. So what the chat was saying that I did not mark the final row there. Oh, guys, nothing escapes the chat. I'm impressed by you guys. Every day you're actually paying attention. My goodness, all is good now, right? It's all good. Thumbs up. Okay. Yes. Wonderful. Oh, Susan, amazing. So, yes. So this is where I am right now. Now I'm probably marked. I was going to reveal the number of stitches, right? It would not have been correct. So very good. So here we go. I'm going to count to 3, 2, and 1. Here's my stitch count. So the grand total of the number of stitches Yogi has done today is 180. Yay! Yes, for color flow and amongst chatting and chocolate eating. This is not bad at all, is it? And this is a beautiful piece, and every stitch counts. And you know, one stitch at a time, guys. So here we go. Let me zoom out a little bit. And so another fun day, fun night stitching with you. And now it's 23 minutes past midnight in the UK. And from the sleepy London town, Yogi signing out. Send me some love. And the guys in Europe as well and the UK, they're still awake with me. And some Dolly love. You know, Dolly emoji is going to be available. Oh my goodness, what date is today? I think, yes, one more day, and tomorrow we're not streaming. So tonight is the last day. You can the Dolly the Happy New Year Dolly edition is available, and from Saturday, which will be February, there's a new version, the winter season Dolly as well. So flash the Dolly card for me one last time, the Happy New Year edition, and we're going to come back on Saturday with a new edition of Dolly emoji. Okay, so from London with love, Yogi signing out, and I will see you and those who don't know just yet tomorrow, rest day. Okay, from now on, Friday is going to be a rest day, and then Saturday we do double stream, and one stream for the member, for the members, and also our Amy Sao as well. Yes, give me some Happy New Year, Dolly, and say goodbye to January. And next time we meet is going to be February. Okay, guys, see you on Saturday, and the members, I'll see you on the side quest. Okay, stream. And until then, be good and behave. Nighty night. Bye bye.